Fast
Okay.
and Furious 9. Oh
Yeah.
Right.
my God. First off and foremost, that
Uh-huh.
opening is insulting. I'm sorry. It is just insulting when they come in and it's just like, oh, we heard you need some love out here. It's like, dog, we know what this franchise. Stop it, stop it, stop
Okay.
it.
And also, like, Justin Lin comes back in this one.
Hmm. But he made a mistake.
He
I
did.
think, and
He
I think
did.
here's the mistake he made. And now you guys can argue with me, but I think this is 100% the mistake he made.
Mhm.
He paid attention to what the fans were laughing about. Because
Oh, he did the Kevin Feige thing because that's what Kevin Feige is doing now,
yeah, because you
giving
have to
people
remember.
what they want.
Yeah, but
No,
now
it's
here's
not
the
even
thing.
giving people what they want. It was kind of leaning into the criticisms, and he was
Yes,
trying to address them like
yeah,
to our face. And it was
yeah,
just like, you don't do that, Chief. I'm sorry. You don't have Roman talking about we've taken down planes and trains
No,
and
but Roman
and
says that in every sequel, though.
no, but
yeah.
I'm
But no, this
saying
one
the
it's a
thing
lot
is,
worse.
right? In
Yeah.
this one, the reason why it's a lot worse is because they have people acknowledge it. Like the characters
Yes,
acknowledge what Roman is saying and then they laugh at him. In the
yes,
other
Right.
ones, they just used to speed past like nobody's talking to you, Roman. Just get out of
yes.
here. Like
Right.
that's
And
what they did.
Right.
Here they go, oh, maybe we are superhuman, or maybe you're just an idiot. And it's just like, it's too late. I just saw you guys use magnets and drive cars around the city and pull cars into each other, and nobody died, by the way. No regular civilians were dying. Like, cars are just flying through buildings. And everyone is fine. Like at one point, right? Letty looks like she did a judo flip with her car because she stands next to a villain's car and then she like twists it and the
Yeah.
other car like twists and then the other one flips over and I'm like, what? Does your car have hands on the side to like turn the other car? Like that doesn't make sense. No. So yeah, he addressed it to our faces and I'm just like, I get what you're trying to do, but that don't work for this franchise.
By the way, I
okay,
know you were not trying to imitate Ludacris, but that was actually quite spot on. It was subtle, but yeah, that impression was actually quite spot on. But by the
um,
way, Justin Lin co-wrote this one. Funny enough,
Oh God.
yeah, but
which
now
is weird.
I still think it has what you call the what I would like to call the bird-demic effect. For
Mm.
those who don't know what that is, bird-demic is one of the worst movies of all time. It
Mhm.
is so bad, it's fantastic. Definitely watch it. Like it's so bad, I recommend it. Basically, it's this
Like the
terrible
room or
movie.
something.
Yeah, like The Room, basically. So basically, it's like the terrible movie. And then what happened was this guy, obviously, once the movie came out and everyone laughed at it, he made a sequel, and then he tried to laugh with the movie, and then it became It became a bad movie, because now it was just boring and lame. And when he acknowledges all these jokes and he tries to respond, oh, maybe next time we'll go to space, and then they actually go to space, not funny. When he again, like Buckmeister
Yeah,
says, when they acknowledge,
Kevin
hey, is it me
Feige.
or we can't die? That's time. First of all, that's time out of the movie's momentum. What are you doing? A movie still has to have flow.
Mm.
Every minute counts. Why have you
Mm.
stopped the film to do all these things? What's going on? And it
Yeah.
just ends up producing a badly paced. I
Mm.
think I fell asleep twice in this movie.
Oh
This
wow.
movie and Spider-Man 2 are the only movies we have ever fallen asleep, woken up, and then fallen
Whoa,
asleep again.
wait. Which Spider-Man 2 are you
R-
talking about? Wait.
Amazing Spider-Man,
Oh,
Garfield one,
okay.
Jamie
Okay.
Foxx.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Hey!
yeah,
I thought it was
Oh,
gonna be an all-out war.
yeah, people are gonna
Hey!
come for you. You
Hey!
but
Hey!
but yeah, Garfield Spider-Man 2 fell asleep,
Okay.
woke up, and then fell asleep again. It was that bad. And this one does has even equally bad pacing because he's trying to just sometimes you have to just acknowledge your fans. Do you know what I mean? Just be with your fans. Just pretend your stuff is good. Don't pretend your stuff is bad. And I
Yeah.
think that's what happened here.
Yeah,
And
because like the thing is, it's fun for us to laugh at it, but you like a perfect example of this is Twilight, right? Part of the
Mm.
reason why it made Twilight so successful is they took that thing so seriously. It was some of the dumbest writing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Right.
but there's
But they
never
took
a
it so
time.
seriously. Mm.
Yeah,
But I'm
and they
saying
double down. Yes.
they double down, and I'm saying there's never a time where you get to see like, oh, like Jacob and Edward are standing together, and it's like, well, is this Jacob versus Edward or whatever? Like they never
Yes.
have a line like that because they're
Yeah.
trying to take the story as dumb as it is. They're taking it so seriously.
Yes.
I remember reading an interview. Someone was interviewing Akira Toriyama. I think at this time it was after that whole Bardock special that came out. And this interview is going in on Bardock, like asking questions. And Toriyama's like, dude, I get that you're a Bardock fan, but Bardock, he's not coming back. He's a low class, low tier Saiyan. He's not gonna be a Super Saiyan. He's never gonna kill Frieza. It was just a character that I liked from the special, and I included it in the manga. That's it. Like you're never gonna see this guy out of the past scenes. Like so, basically, he knew that there's no way his story was gonna be altered by the popularity of a single character that people like from a special.
Yeah,
You know
he's
what I
got a
mean?
mission. I hear you. I hear what you're
Exactly.
saying. Yeah.
So I think that's the issue. I think once directors or writers or actors, I guess, ride the wave of their own hype, and the hype they get from the fans, they tend to mess up the quality of whatever they did. Same applies for Bruce Timm. He's doing now the Caped Crusader, Batman, and people are finally realizing, oh, but Bruce Timm is not the only person that was doing this entire.
Paul Dini, baby. Paul Dini.
Dini, Alan Burnett, and all
Yeah.
those guys. Yes, those are the guys that were also involved. Like, we're like,
Because
okay,
the other thing is like Bruce Timm came out and was just like Batman doesn't have a lot of good female villains, and
Like,
it's just
what?
like, dog.
Poison
Here's
Ivy?
no. I'm saying forget Poison Ivy because everybody knows Poison Ivy, right?
Mm.
Like
He
we
invented
had
Harley Quinn.
no, but
Yes.
even before we get there, we have Lady Shiva, we have
Mhm.
Nissa, we have
Yes.
what's
a lot, man. A lot.
yeah. There's even the newer one that they created now,
Is it
Punchline.
Punchline?
Yes.
Yes.
Punchline.
And I'm
yes.
just like, take those characters and develop them instead of race swapping, instead of gender
Gender swap.
swapping Cobblepot, because you feel like you needed a female
Oswalda.
Cobblepot.
Really? Who's Oswalda?
And I'm just like, that's where I'm saying, like, yeah, sometimes these creators, they get too much into their own hype, and it's just like,
Yes.
you need to remember at the end of the day, you are like creating something. It's not like you're not supposed to start smelling your own ass like I'm the best, I'm the greatest, and it's
That's
just
what I
like,
was trying to say. Yes.
Mhm.
And I think also if you realize, like, Paul Dini is a great character designer. He's great at coming with his character designs and ideas of certain things. But there's a reason why it was a collaborative effort with the guys we just mentioned, your Alan Burnett and your Paul Dini's. And there's the reason why it worked back then. But if you try to have this guy,
Bruce Timm by
Bruce
himself.
Timm do everything by himself, forget it. It's not gonna work. But anyway, what's your score, James?
No, wait, did we talk about Fast and Furious 9?
No, and that's
John
about
Cena, right?
purpose.
This is John Cena. This is the
Yeah.
bad driving from Nathalie Emmanuel. This is cauliflower ears scene.
Oh God. Let's talk about Cena for a second. Ding, 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 ding. You can't see me. When?
So, because The Rock is not there, we have to get another WWE champion. Is that what's happening here?
Yeah.
Obviously. And I'm like, dog, when did he come into the story?
Just out of nowhere. And what's so
Well,
funny about
like-
it is if you think about it, right? Normally when people have a traumatic event like John Cena's brother, you become an alcoholic. You don't become the world's greatest counter spy that's ever existed.
Bruh.
Just, you know what I mean? What is
Also,
going on?
like, are you Italian? Is he Italian? Isn't Toretto? Is Toretto Italian?
I guess so.
I guess
No,
so. Maybe
but
they're
I'm
all
just like-
Sicilian.
So,
but I'm like,
is Cena Italian?
I don't know.
I
You have
don't
to
know.
remember something.
What is
Kutla,
Cena? What does Cena
But I'm
mean?
like,
Have you seen-
what does your mother look like? Like they needed to show this because
Well-
this family has all shades of brown. Like what is happening here?
Well, you have to remember, guys. There's such a thing as a Sicilian. It's a I'm sure if you've seen the movie True Lies, there's a famous scene where they talk about it. But basically, you get this one group of Italians that are like brown, and they're like it's because of some ancient Rome thing, some Roman tribe. An African tribe attacked the Europe and then actually managed to succeed and land in Italy, and they like built a home there. And now there's this one group of Italians that are just like dark skinned, dating back from like 1,000 years ago.
Right.
And they call them Sicilians. So I
okay.
think that's why Vin Diesel's always trying to do movies like Call Me Vinny and stuff like that, because he might be low-key Italian, but I don't think he is. I don't know what the story is there.
I mean, he is mixed. I know that
No,
he's
but
mixed.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, yeah, that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, they need to explain how we go from that to John Cena.
Agreed. They do need to kind of like, it is a very weird addition. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Also,
very
also
weird.
when they
this
show
this
the,
is a
like-
major retcon. This is like X-Men comic book style writing here. Like,
Mona,
Yeah,
a character
Xavier's
that
sister.
never
Yeah.
someone never existed. All of a sudden was there all along, and Jordana Brewster's like, oh my god, I haven't seen you all this time. Like,
No,
dog,
no, dog,
they
and it's
hardly
just like-
mention Mia in this thing. It's as if Mia
No.
doesn't exist anymore.
No, and I'm saying, like, the thing is, like, he's retconned in and he has a whole history and backstory. Like, he was
Bro.
there when Dom killed the guy who made fun of his father. He was, and also,
Oh,
like,
Michael
that's the
Rooker,
other
right?
thing. That's the other thing with this movie, right? I think the thing is with this movie, Justin Lin came back too late.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's that whole thing of J.J. Abrams coming in Star Wars after Ryan Johnson, after the mess that Ryan Johnson made.
Mm.
No, it was too late because now the thing is, right now, if you look at it, he's trying to tell, like, he's trying to story tell on a very broad scale. Like, he's trying to go into the emotional backstory of Dom as a character because, like, yeah, at this point in time, right, Fast and the Furious 9, it's probably the best place to get introspective. The problem is that this has never been an introspective series since.
But also, like,
Fast
why
and
don't you just
Furious
call this
4.
movie Dom? Like, why is everything about Dom, guys?
And it's
I've
Iron
been
Man
asking
3.
this
Yeah.
question. Like, everything is about Dom. The entire franchise is about Dom.
You're not going to wrestle out of his hands. That's never going to happen.
What guys?
It's his
Never
baby,
make it
dog.
about Roman, make it about Taj, make it about someone. It's not just
Yeah, they
what.
can't,
That's why the
they
Letty
can't.
thing worked. The Letty thing worked because Dom was trying to go find Letty, save Letty, make Letty remember. It's
Mm.
not about Dom. It's about his family, not him. And
I
that's why it
think,
worked.
yeah, this movie should have been 7, should have been 8 and mixed in together. So Justin Lin should have put this movie in maybe 8 and like combined them to make like one movie. So maybe then we could maybe feel Dom more. Because I get it. They're
How's
trying to
that
make,
gonna work though, Rob?
because it's Dom's low point, right? Is him getting this nemesis kind of vibe to it. You know what I mean? Instead of Charlize Theron, maybe then it could have been Thing. And there would be
Okay.
more heart to it. Because right now, this feels dumb. If you understand what I'm saying, this doesn't feel like it has heart. It doesn't feel like it has that
Yeah.
energy that it
It feels
requires.
Dom. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
And 8 was all about Dom anyway. So maybe that could have done something better.
Okay, Mr. Extraordinary.
Oh, you got me now.
Yeah. But like, here's the other thing is that I'm just saying, like, this movie, like the amount of ridiculousness that it has in here when it tries to do an emotional scene. Like, there's a scene where like Dom is saying that he wants to quit or whatever the case is, right? Because basically everybody's like, yo, we need to go find Mr. Nobody. And there's a scene where they have what's this? Where they have why am I forgetting his Roman, right? Tyrese. They have him do this thing with his face where he's trying to be serious and he's just looking at the screen like this. And I'm like, dog, what are you? And I'm like, what are you doing with your face, bro? Like, this is him trying to convince Dom that he has to come back because Mr. Nobody had our back and whatever, and we can't let. And it's Cypher again, and she killed your wife or whatever, and she killed the mother of your child and whatever. And he's just like, come on, Dom. Come on. And I'm like, dog, you look like you're trying to read something. Like you're squinting and it's far. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Okay, I think I didn't mention the box office of this. So
Yeah.
There's one more thing that we got to talk story-wise before we get to box office and ratings.
all right. Okay.
Han's return. Oh my God.
Guys, another retcon that was like, what the F?
No,
Somehow
and
Han
also,
returned.
This is and also it gets worse because then they have Roman just being like, no, dog, how did you come back? And I'm just like, Lynn, let it go. You're not gonna explain it.
Guys, are you
Because
telling me that Mr. Nobody was at that intersection just waiting for Han to have an accident. He knew that Han was going to have an accident at this point. So I'm going to wait for him to have the accident and come and rescue him before Deckard Shaw comes
And don't
in.
forget, also Shaw was there. Because remember, Shaw was the reason it blew up in the first place. So in actual fact, there was about 7 bad guys and 7 good guys all outside the car at that exact moment.
So who was Shaw? Who was Shaw? Remember, guys,
No, because remember,
the
originally
scene,
it's supposed to be DK Drift King who crashes
Yes.
Han's
And then
car.
Shaw blows it up.
Yes.
And then
Mr. Nobody saves
Mr.
him.
Nobody sneaks him out.
But here's my question to you guys. You remember in the post-credit scene of Fast 6, right?
Yeah.
Deckard Shaw is shooting at what we thought was Han. Like, it's like, pa, 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 right? Then calls, and then it's like, Dominic Toretto, you do not know me yet, but you will, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, who was he shooting at? Because there was nobody there. A doll?
Dog, it was Jason Momoa. You just didn't know it.
So are you telling me that Mr. Nobody found a doll that looks like Han exactly, placed it there, Deckard Shaw shot that doll, and blood came out, and then they buried that doll and didn't realize it was a doll. This doesn't make sense at all.
And also, it's just like, who did they bury in Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift? Because they had
the body from Stranger Things, whatever realistic body from Stranger Things, season 1 of Stranger Things, that's what they got, and they put that in there.
Oh, but because people were like, because everybody used Han as an excuse. Like, they were like, nobody dies in the Fast and Furious franchise. Stop it. No characters die. And people were like, no, Han is dead. If you look at the way he died, Han was dead. There's no chance.
To be honest, Justin Lin loves Sung Kang. Like, for me, I feel like ever since he did what tomorrow? What's that movie again, Rob?
Yeah, I don't know the name, dog. Only you know it.
No, the movie where we first meet Han before Fast and Furious. Never Die Tomorrow. Huh? What? Better Luck Tomorrow.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, the one with the smoking and then he eats the thing. I know you told me about it. Yeah.
Yes, Better Luck Tomorrow basically is the movie where they introduce Han, right? So my thing is, it's like he fell in love with that character since then. It's like, my man, I don't care if you are dead. We're gonna bring you back.
Yeah. There's like only one person's allowed to die in a Fast and the Furious movie, and that's a white man. Mouse is still dead, and the guy from Fast 5 is still dead.
Wait, who's still dead? Who's the first one that's dead?
Mouse? Remember the nerdy guy from the first one?
Kid
from the first one,
still dead?
That's one yeah.
Yes, and then the guy, the other one died as well.
That was like Dom's second in command, right?
Exactly.
In 5. But
also, the jealous boyfriend.
I'm saying, like, at this point, right, we've had Brixton, we've had Black Superman, mate, at this point. So they can just plug something into these guys' backs and they can, like, heal from bullets and just come back. I don't believe it. Because
you guys know a game called Destiny. You guys know a game called Destiny?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, I heard of Destiny, yeah.
Yeah, you know how that thing starts, right? It's like, wake up, like they wake up a dead body. It's like, welcome, warrior. We need you in this time of need. That's what's gonna happen to Mouse.
No, I'm telling you, dog. Fast and Furious 11. Both those brothers are gonna come back. We're here. We're family. And Dom's not gonna ask any questions.
Yeah.
Because the only person who asked questions was Roman. And the thing is, it starts to look even worse because everybody was just like, Roman, shut up. And the audience is just like, no, you have to explain this. Like, you're not going to explain this? Okay.
Like, I saw you getting shot at the lawn, bro. What happened? Why are you still alive? Like, how?
No, Dom is just going to be like, bro, family. No one's going to ask questions.
Anyway, so going back to the box office, the budget was 200 to 225, and it made 726 million. This is the one that has Cardi B, right, in it?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
And also Helen Mirren. Like, it just felt way too long for no reason.
Yeah, because there's like an England race for no reason.
They race. They race. No. It wasn't an England race. It was basically Helen Mirren runs from the police or something.
Okay.
And and then in that scene, she acts Vin Diesel into the ground or what? No, that's Fast and the Furious 10. Sorry, we're confusing movies.
No, even in 8, bruh, those small scenes that she has with Vin Diesel you can tell this is an Oscar-winning actress.
Yeah.
And this is just Vin Diesel having, like Buckmaster said last time, having rocks in his mouth.
Hey, blah, 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 blah,
Dog,
blah,
even
blah.
Charlize, when she shot in number 10, I'm like, you know what? You're giving too much energy in this. I'm just looking at the other two, and I'm like, yeah, no, you calm down, Charlize.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
No, Fast and the Furious 9.
No,
Sorry,
it's a
you were
joke.
saying
It's a parody of itself.
Yep.
hey dog, and like the magnet thing was stupid. Like I'm not a scientist, but I was just like, no. I was just like bro, how did they not die in the car? I'm sorry, like they just be
Bro.
squashed.
Bro, I think Indiana Jones and Batman were like, so Dom, you could like turn your car midway and hook the car
Muna
onto like some.
Kazan. He does cars then.
Nah, fam.
Like dog, there's a hand in that wheel. I refuse. There was a hand in that wheel that just came out of the wheel and grabbed the rope. And the other thing that annoys me, is Letty going, all right, Dom, come on, Dom. And it's just like, you know your boyfriend or your husband is Superman. Stop it.
Yeah. Like I feel like whenever someone tries to speak to Dom, whenever he's taking the wheel, they won't listen to him. Like he won't listen to them.
No, but I'm saying it's like they're trying to, but I'm saying it's the thing of they're trying to build stakes, and I'm just like, bruh, I've seen him drift under a thing that was spinning on fire, and like Letty's like, Dom, and then we get and it's like, dog, I've seen them do the most ridiculous stunts at this point. Why is
from
she
hotel
screaming?
to hotel, though? From another hotel to another.
Why is she scared? She should just be like, okay, how you gonna do this, Dom? Or she should actually take a nap. You know what would have been hilarious? If Letty was like, wake me up when we're done, and she just rolled her seat back and started taking a nap and sleeping while he was Tarzan.
And just as we thought that was ridiculous, then you see Taj trying to outrun a falling bridge. Then the bridge actually falls, and somehow
Munna, the car turns
go
into
up
Spider-Man.
the hill, dog.
The car turns into Spider-Man. Like it got bit by a radioactive spider because it climbs. I swear that thing did not drive.
Dog.
It was.
Dog, isn't this the one where the car Tarzan swings?
Yeah,
like
that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. And Letty's like, Dom, oh my gosh. Like and the other thing is like you see the fight between like what's this John Cena and and Vin Diesel. I'm forgetting their characters now. Dom Toretto and Toretto number 2.
Jakob.
Yeah, Jakob, there we go. Bruh, like they're tackling each other through concrete. Like at one point, like they just go through concrete walls, they tackle each other to the floor or whatever the case is. This time Dom just has on jeans and a t-shirt and some boots. And it's just like, bro, like, so you guys are just full on stupid. Like, Captain America can't even do this. Bro. Like, Captain America falls to the ground. He's hurt.
Bro, I'm telling you, the Avengers would not win against
of course not.
Dom.
Do you remember how many guys it took to hold Dom back? Remember, there was like 50 people in that mountain.
It is this movie.
It is this one.
It's Fast and Furious 9.
Yeah, where he's in that cave and he's like...
Oh my gosh. And then like Letty is like, Dom. And he's just like, why? And then she goes and she finds him and he's fine, by the way. He got hit by 9 guys. He got kicked by 9 guys.
No broken ribs, nothing
on him.
Not a sweat. Not even sweating, dog. Do you guys know that Caleb City guy?
Caleb
City guy. Yeah. You know, there's this one that he does where he's like, when the guy is too OP or whatever, and they're like, and then he like the NPC character hits him. He's like, oh, the sweat from his face is attacking me. Oh.
Caleb City is crazy, bro.
Dude.
Him, RDC,
oh my gosh.
And Long Beach Griffey.
Yeah. They're talking about Dom, dog. They're not talking about anime characters. They're talking about Dom.
Bro,
no,
Dom is basically
like, I'm just saying,
in real life.
No, I'm saying there's this thing of like I saw this other guy. His name is Darius Benson. He's called Mr. Legendarius. I think he's still around or whatever. But he basically did this whole thing about when the bad guy can't beat the good guy, right? And like he's shooting at the screen and he's right in front of the good guy, and the good guy's just like, Oh, the bullets are missing me still. I don't know how, and he's looking at the gun like, how? That's dumb, bruh. Like those guys, they gang jumped him and hit him so many times, and he felt nothing. I was just like,
Yeah.
dog. At that point, like I was even insulted. They threw him in the water. I was like, Dom, why don't you just start water bending? Like,
Yeah.
stop
So
it.
so
Punch
basically,
it.
Dom is the Thor of this franchise, right? He's the Thor or Hulk, one of
Absolutely.
the two. I don't
He's
know.
the Superman.
Actually, funny enough, I wanted to say this earlier. Even though I know he would never would have agreed to this, but personally, I think, and I think Tebela would have said this if he was here. Batista would have made more sense to be Dom's brother than John Cena.
Yeah, in
Easy.
terms of culling, but Batista is like is too serious right now.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm not gonna
Batista
do that.
is, yeah.
Even though I mean the character is that made him extremely famous, Drax, like he's just laughing at people.
Dog.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's
anyway.
more gravitas to what they did with Drax than any of the Fast and the Furious movies,
100.
except for Fast and Furious 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
anyway, ratings, gents.
uh,
I will give it a 4.
I won't go that far.
I'll also give it a.
I'll give it a 5.5.
I'll give it a 4. Also, Also, of course, they become friends at the end of the thing. Of course, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's back to the family. Hey guys, it's like
No, but also it's because like Cypher made his. And who was that weird European dude that he was teaming up with?
who?
John Cena's character, Jacob, like that weird European kid.
Oh, the guy who was basically on Cypher's case the entire time.
Yeah, yeah, and then Cypher basically Jedi mind tricks him.
Yeah, and I think they even used Jedi mind, like Star Wars terminology in that one.
Yeah, it's like you. Oh yeah, I'm Yoda because I'm the grand what, and it's like no, you're a puppet.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
was
but
like,
yeah,
all
she
right,
was
this
safe.
is. I
Yo,
mean, as
that
much as she
Charlize
was
was
hoeing,
hot in that one. Yeah.
I'm saying as
Oh,
much
yeah.
as she was hoeing, it's just like this dialogue is like
Clunky.
you
Yeah.
guys really think you're doing something here with these Star Wars references. Like
They think
Yeah.
they're laying it down.
anyway,